Welcome back to Faith Talks. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sarah. We're so glad you're here today as we kick off a brand new series titled Be Christ's Disciple, inspired by a powerful message from Pastor Kai-Woon Choi.
Over the next 6 weeks, we'll explore what it truly means to be a disciple of Jesus. And today, we're starting with the first and most foundational mark of discipleship, putting Christ first.
We often hear the word disciple, but what does that really mean? According to Matthew 28, Jesus didn't just tell the church to gather people. He commanded us to make disciples. That means people who not only believe in him, but follow him every day.
Exactly. Discipleship isn't just attending church and dropping an offering in the plate. It's about ordering your entire life around Christ, his mission, his way, his priorities.
Let's dive into Matthew 6:33. Jesus said, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be provided to you." The context here? He's just talked about daily worries. Food, clothing, the stuff of life.
And then he says, don't get it twisted. Put God first. Seek his kingdom, his righteousness, and trust that everything else will follow. In Greek, the word seek is in the present tense, meaning keep seeking, keep aiming, keep practicing.
Pastor Choi explained it this way. Seeking God's kingdom means aligning your life with God's reign, his rule and authority. And seeking his righteousness means pursuing whatever is right in the sight of God. Truth, justice, mercy, humility.
And he made a great contrast, God's righteousness versus self-righteousness. One glorifies God, the other glorifies self. When we pursue God's righteousness, we begin to desire what he desires.
He gave a great example from King Solomon. When Solomon asked God for wisdom, he didn't ask for wealth or power, but God gave him those too. Why? Because Solomon put God's priorities first.
Pastor Choi even paraphrased Matthew 6:33 in a powerful way. Don't be bogged down by daily anxiety, because it will distract you from what matters most. Instead, proactively and continually speak God's truth, love others, and walk humbly with him.
Now, let's move to Luke 9:23. Jesus says, "If anyone wants to come after me, he must deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me." And the key word there? Daily.
Following Jesus isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily surrender. Pastor Choi reminded us, disciples in Jesus' day lived with him, walked with him, learned from him. That closeness, he's calling us into that today.
Self-denial isn't about giving up chocolate during Lent. It's about stepping down from the throne of our hearts and letting Jesus take that place. It's a radical reorientation of our goals.
And when Jesus says, take up your cross, he's not talking about inconvenience. He's talking about obedience. Obedience that may lead to misunderstanding, sacrifice, and even suffering.
Are we willing to pay that price? To follow Jesus even when it costs us? That's what makes a true disciple.
To close, Pastor Choi said this, a disciple's life is a life led by God and lived by kingdom priorities. Put Christ first. Do what God blesses. Live a life worthy of his name, even when it's hard.
Amen. Let's live as followers, not just in name, but in action.
Thanks again for joining us on Faith Talks. This episode was based on Pastor Kai-Woon Choi's sermon, Put Christ First, part of his Be Christ's Disciple series. We'll be back next week to talk about the next mark, separation from the world.
Until then, keep seeking his kingdom and keep putting Christ first.
God bless you.
God bless you.